number one tumelearn. Next time tuna nini?
Yeah, so we are live, Doja.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so first and foremost, I want to take this opportunity. Kwanza by them mko ndani ya Uwiso TV ya dek tatu Gimarach. So first and foremost, I want to say thank you for honoring our invitation to come and participate in this particular interview. We know you are a busy man, you have a busy schedule, but you found time to be with us. So thank you so much, Roche Mokaya. I'm not the star of the show today. You are the star of the show. So I'll leave it at that so that you can perhaps maybe introduce yourself.
Okay. No, Roche is the nickname.
Okay.
So Rogers Mokaya.
Mhm.
Rogers Mokaya Menyon. Of course. That's what most people know me with. Roche and your Facebook. So
Okay.
and thank you for the invitation. And thank you for letting me start the first podcast.
Yeah, in fact, you're a history maker, right?
So maybe you tell me, why did you choose me to do it?
Okay. First, the reason why I felt like you're the right person to start with on this particular interview is because of a quote that I read in one of your timelines. I think in Facebook, and you'd written that every morning I wake up and look at Forbes 100 top list in the Forbes list of the richest people in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and if I find that my name is not there, I get back to work, and that is a mentality. That is a winner's mentality, and that's why I chose that. Probably I'd try and reach you out, and you humbly accepted our offer. So we are very grateful, Roche.
Thank you. I didn't know it will make such a thing, but at the end of the day, you have something to keep you pushing on. You wake up, you find a new motivation.
Yeah. So I'm still looking for the day that you'll make it to the 100 top in the Forbes richest.
That's the dream.
Yeah, and all dreams are valid.
Exactly.
And okay, I was looking for a moment. I believe that some of the names that you used as your profile names in Facebook. Why did you choose Kwame?
Okay. When I was growing up, I used to.
Yes.
I wanted to be a politician.
Yeah,
I wanted to, and I used to when I used to read about Kwame.
Yes.
Yeah, the Ghanaian guy. So I fell in love with how he did things. So
Kwame Nkrumah.
Kwame Nkrumah, yeah. So I told myself, if I get a kid, a boy, I'll name Kwame.
Okay, that's great. So even yes.
So until now, I own Kwame until I get a boy.
Okay, and I pray that you'll be blessed by the same, so that your dreams can come true.
Let's leave that for another day.
Okay, so Roche Kwame Mokaya, can you kindly take us maybe through your childhood, what it was growing up in your childhood, what it was like?
Okay. Honest to say, like, I had the best childhood life ever.
You had the best? Okay.
Yeah. As much as we didn't have everything that I wanted, but the neighborhood, the everything, it was just beautiful. That we lived in a place like we're all a family. Like
when you say a place, yes.
In Umoja, let me say, Umoja is on one. That is on one. Once you entered the gate, it was like the main door to the house. So it was like a big family, and Everything in it was beautiful.
Okay,
hatukuwa na mzazi wa mtu. All parents were responsible for every kid in the estate.
So that ukifanya makosa 237 unaenda kupigwa 238 ama ni 239?
To 20 something yuko naenda kupigiwa. Ama kwa parking.
Yes.
So discipline ilikuwa ni kitu moja ya muhimu because like you couldn't mess around because any place you'll meet with someone's parents.
Yeah.
And there you get your dose.
Immediately
without bargain. So it was, and I don't know if kids of nowadays do that, but as sharing was one of the most important things that we were never taught, but it came automatic.
What do you mean sharing?
If I have A and you have B and you don't have A, my A is your A as well, as anyone as A, as kid 2, kid 3, like that.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
so
like, those days, there's like, I remember there are 2 or 3 families used to have a TV.
Okay, yeah, the days of Mahabharata or Ramayana.
Exactly. And on Sundays we'll gather without even knocking the door. We'll just enter, sit down, like,
and get to watch Ramayana. And okay, based on the kind of childhood you had, what are some of the maybe 3 top memories that you have, having grown up in Umoja 2 Zone 1? Which are some of the best memories? At least three of them, because I know there are plenty.
Okay. Number 1, definitely was playing football.
Okay.
Number 2, ilikuwa inaitwa Muwindo. That's part of the journey, for me, being a chef and everything.
Okay, you're going to brief us on Muwindo. So you've talked about playing football, Muwindo, yes?
Muwindo, and then Mrokoto. Yeah.
Mrogoto.
I remember. Yeah.
What is Mrogoto?
Like Tungenda, what Greenfield. Tungenda, like, to know the states gonna jua, like, hiyo esto kuzijui food za ndege zilikuwa zinaangushwa ama ma earphones manini, so tulikuwa naenda kuokota valuables, let me say that.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
fast forward maybe away from your childhood. Like, I'd want to know the kind of education background that you had or that you have. Okay. Like maybe where you went to school, your primary school, high school, and such.
No, okay, I went to a couple of schools in primary.
Yeah.
But I'll just mention the one I spent most time there.
Is there a particular reason why you went to a couple of schools, as you put it?
Yeah, there's a reason. There's a reason behind it.
A reason that you wouldn't mind sharing, right?
No, I don't mind. I can just share, no problem. So
So why did you go to a couple of schools?
Financial challenges, let me say that. Because there's a time my mom Max wasn't doing really good, so she believed I go to another school is more cheaper, maybe she can afford, something like that. Yeah.
So like for example, I don't know whether this is the right wording, but you would downgrade instead of upgrading.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Continue.
But again, for me, it was more of a benefit than anything else. It was more good than just staying in one school. Because I met great people, great teachers at the end, great friends, great people where I picked one or two things.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was really good.
So, as in the fact that this was some sort of, like you said, it was a challenge, but you found opportunity in these challenges because you got an opportunity now to interact with people from different backgrounds. Because I can imagine if you maybe perhaps you went to 3 different schools,
Yeah,
it means that you met 100, couple of 100 different people.
Yeah, and the time you're starting it,
yeah,
the time I was being told like, now you're not going to study here, you're going to study somewhere else. I didn't like it. I didn't like the idea. But the time I was stepping out of it,
yes,
I would feel sad. Why am I leaving?
Okay, when you quote it that way, it reminds me of a quote that goes like, "Life can only be understood backwards, but must be lived forward." So looking back, you were sad, but when it was happening, you didn't like it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah. Now, yes. So you are telling us about the school. You are telling us about the primary school that you went to.
The one I spent a lot of time was Tumaini Primary School.
Tumaini Primary.
Yeah, and that's where I picked a lot of things from.
Which are some of these things that you picked from Tumaini?
That's where I picked a lot of friends, a lot of life teachings.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I picked Kwanza Kusoma. That's why I picked my ABCD from.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And the way you're talking about Tumaini Primary School, yes. The way you're talking about Tumaini Primary School, you're talking about it with a lot of passion. So what are some of the memories or some of the maybe classmates that you can recall from the time and some of the teachings that you got from Tumaini Primary School?
Okay, some of my classmates that I actually remember, some of them were in touch up to now. There's some I saw wali comment on your post. Kuna Juliet Akinyi was my deskmate for longest time.
Yeah. So shout out to Juliet Akinyi. Thank you for being just Kwame's deskmate. Yeah.
There was Ezekiel Odera. Yeah.
Yeah. The player.
Yeah, Ezekiel Odera, the player. Yeah, that one.
The footballer.
Exactly.
Okay.
If it weren't my mom, maybe probably to go on the same field now Odera, because we used to sneak out of school every day to show up school exam. We used to go as far as Kayole kucheza ball na Machokora, then we come back.
Doja, are you saying that you used to sneak out of school? Is that what you're saying?
No, I used to. It's not like something I take pride in, because the moment my parent hears like I'm sneaking out of school,
yeah,
that's the day she made me stop playing football.
That was the day that football and you came to a conclusion.
Yeah, we parted ways. Football kind of the other direction, I went the other direction.
East and West.
He said, yeah, exactly.
But that was lovely, because that is why you're here today, because football went east and you went west.
If we say so.
Okay, and you talked about some of the teachings or lessons that you picked in back in your days in Tumaini Primary School. So what are some of them?
No, one of the most important thing was I remember on Mondays and Fridays.
Yeah.
We used to have this thing. It's like a fellowship.
Okay.
So nilikuja realize, sometimes you wake up in the morning, you just start with your phone. Then ukishaangalia simu yako, then unaomba. Then I realized those days before we start with our studies, we would start with the prayer, we sing, and then later nikakumbuka, if we were doing that tukiwa wadogo, why am I waking up? I start with my phone.
What changed?
what don't I start? Why can't I start with a word of prayer? Then I touch my phone.
So based on what you're just saying, so how does your morning look like? Like the first 5 or 10 minutes?
First I open my eyes and I feel like nimeamka.
Yeah. Of course.
Then of course I pray. Then I stay like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I take my phone. I see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have ebook. I take my ebook. I take 2 pages.
Yeah.
I saw you talking about it. 10 minutes of a book, 10 minutes of this. I actually do. I started. I've been doing that for a longest time. So 2 pages, then my day starts.
So those are some of the things that you picked back in your days into Tumaini Primary School.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other thing probably maybe you remember about Tumaini Primary School?
There are so many, but I can't just remember them like pop. But I have good fond memories about my friends. That's why I taught myself small how to live in the streets, to survive in the streets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then fast forward. So now you're done with primary school. You find your way to high school.
I found my way to high school, Kajipata, Machakos County, a school called Masi SDA. Because my mom believed lazima niende shule ya church, so she took me to a church school. Yeah, and it was a good. It's amazing school in terms of character-wise and religious-wise. It's a good school.
Okay, so probably like I know some of these what we can call religious schools or schools that belong to churches. They are normally very strict. So what are some of the memories that you have about you and high school?
Me and high school. Okay, there's when I was growing up, there is something that I picked on the way. I don't know why I picked it, but I picked on the way.
Yeah.
I started becoming naive.
Yes.
But I don't remember where I picked it from. But then one of my uncles, he told me, now you're going to Form 1, you're going to get people bullying you over there. So you really need to be yourself. So I went in Form 1. After 2 days, I became a bully all through.
Okay.
So yeah, but I was protecting myself.
You are a bully.
To protect myself, not to. Because the first day I got to school, the following day I woke up. The only thing I had is just the box, nothing else.
What do you mean just the box?
Everything else was gone.
Ulikuwa umesafishwa, they were stolen, zote zilikuwa zimeenda.
Zote zilikuwa zimesafishwa. Alafu mtu ananisafisha ni classmate wangu.
A Form 1, a fellow Form 1.
Yeye alikuwa mbigi kunishinda, so akaniambia maze, mimi ndio body hapa, so mimi ndo ndakuwa kuchunga. Kumbe alikuwa ananibembeleza akini so at least alifanya nika graduate into manage kujiprotect mpaka nikamaliza Form 4. I think nilipatiwa my entire 4 years nilipatiwa 1 suspension and ilikuwa zote 4 years nilipatiwa 2, zina zote zilikuwa mistake. At the end of the day I went back to the school. The teacher said, "We sorry, we did this." So
And which is the biggest lesson, looking back in your high school days? Which is the biggest lesson that you picked?
To be humble.
Take us through what you mean to be humble.
Because at the end of the day, you guys mko shule pamoja, mna feel like a family.
Yeah.
You feel like you own everything, but the day you're stepping out, utakuwa wewe peke yako. When you now you become a
what you call ship mentality. You know, when you're in high school, kuna your ship mentality or hard mentality where you operate as a group.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you step out and I discover, even the pocket money the money I used to have, squeezy sina.
Empty pockets.
Empty pockets. Now life humbles you. So you start now doing reverse thinking.
I love the point about empty pockets, because there's a saying that goes like a broken heart, an empty stomach, and an empty wallet are some of the best teachers in life.
Exactly, they teach you a lot. And then
I'm glad you went through an empty pocket. So what lesson did you pick, as in just because there was a time that your pockets were empty?
No, I picked few lessons, like when you're humble, no one will know your pockets are empty.
Okay.
And people will treat you equally. Either there's something in your pocket or not. But when you are not, people will know, huyu anatuuzia uoga saa hii, hana kitu. Yeah, so when you stay humble, nobody will detect if you have it or not, and they will treat you at the same measure they treated you before.
So Roche Kwame Mokaya, one morning you wake up in Dubai. How did all this happen?
So my one morning, I'll sum it in naitanga Psalms 23.
Okay.
Psalms 23, the Lord is my shepherd. He leads me to greener pastures, like he sets a table for you. You see?
Yeah.
So one morning, I'm on my... I used to go classes in the evening, Kenya Poly, because after high school, nearly joined Kim. Then whatever I was doing, it was... Let me say, it wasn't my thing. It was a suggestion from my mom. So
you are living her dream.
Yeah, so like I'm struggling.
Okay.
So I opted for another thing. She sent me to Kenya Poly. So Kenya Poly, I could go afternoon classes. So my normal days, ngefanya a few things, at least to get my transport to town and back home. I probably my lunch. So one morning, I'm in town, then my friend calls me. My friend was in Dubai before. I'll mention the name. Don't ask now. Let me just give you this so fast.
Okay, yeah.
So anipigia simu, "Mzee uko wapi?" Ambie niko tao. Fanya hivi, kesho kuna interview Grand Regency. Hiyo time ilikuwa Grand Regency.
Yeah.
I want you to go there.
Yeah, partner.
Yeah, your partner, yeah. So, and that was my that was my first time stepping in a 5-star hotel, I think. Yeah, that was my first time.
Okay.
So, like, I asked him, like, what do they need? Then he tells me, you go. Okay. The following day, I wake up early. I proceed. Then I make sure I call him. Nikamwambia niaje, ndo naenda akaniambia sawa utaniambia. That was the conversation. It was very short and brief.
Okay.
So I get there. Kuna line ya service, kuna line ya chefs, kuna line all departments.
Yeah.
Then I have no clue where I'm going to. So mimi nikaingia what I thought was the easiest, which is waiter.
Okay.
I did interview number 1. Nikapita. Number 2. Then the last minute, now with the HR, she gives me a paper, I fill in, like, okay, now give me your passport. Sina passport. Then now I had to lie, kumwambia manze, passport I had applied, I have the receipt, I'll come with it in the morning. Then tells me, no, I'll give you a week.
Get your passport.
Back the same, bring your passport or the receipt at the same place.
Yeah.
I walk out of the interview with really mixed reactions, like, sasa natoa pi passport sasa, inatoa pi receipt nilisema niko nayo. So anyway,
because hata mimi mwenyewe like even as we speak, I don't know the process of applying and getting a passport. And maybe it's perhaps maybe it's because I still feel like I don't have the need for it, but it's important just to have a passport, right?
Yeah, it's important. Because so okay, this was Thomas Oscar.
Thomas Oscar Musa.
Exactly. Yeah. So amenipigia simu, ameniambia nini, nikamwambia sawa, nikaenda nikafika. So kutoka niko na stress ya passport. Of course, your time ilikuwa around 30-50 something like that.
Yeah.
Then the previous day nilikuwa na around 2000 Kenyan bob. Of course, unajua maybe nimejipanga hii ni fare all week to school and lunch and I'm done.
Okay.
So niko like, I can't go to my mom's office to tell her that because her idea was I finish school.
And your idea, as in the new idea, the idea of the day is you going overseas now.
Even if niende nimwambie aje hata nimbembeleza hapo na watu wangapi, she could still say no.
Okay.
So I go home. I sikuenda shule. I went back home. So I was trying to transform my 2000 and make you 35, make around 4000 so that nikuwe na fare bado.
Okay.
So coming from home in the morning, nikapoa, like I prepared, like someone who has the money ready.
Like you prepared out of faith.
Yeah, I prepare like I'm going for the passport.
And you didn't have the money?
I didn't have the money.
Okay.
So nikatoka, nikafika Danao kwa ile main gate ya kuingia zone 1. For those people wenye shafika zone 1 wanajua the gate I'm talking about.
Okay. Can you briefly describe the gate? And
no, the gate zone 1 there's a big gate when after Mwangaza kuna gate sijui imechange, it's quite a well and huko, but kuna gate kubwa hapo you enter na kulikuwa na security I guess bado yuko security anafungulia magari, bali kulikuwa na gate ndogo. So mimi nikapita gate ndogo asubuhi 7 am in the morning naenda Nyayo House. Then I meet another guy. Ilikuwa maneiba like prota than nas. Ni aje poa mambo fiti, unaendaje? Hata naenda hivi. I don't remember where he was going, but I remember kwa mkono yake ya left alikuwa ameshikilia sigara. Kafegi tu anavuta, tukitembea tukiongea, kaambia by the way unajua ni aje, naenda kuchukua passport na sina do. Manze oba niuliza unataka do ngapi?
Passport na nakuuliza mimi tukiongea mambo ya passport I'm thinking of 30,000-40,000 just by the sound of the word passport.
So nikamwambia mimi nakatao. I want 1,000 bob. The guy akaingia kwa mfuko akanipatia thao. Yani nilikuwa na ile mixed reactions za like niachane naye hapa nimwambie mimi nimeenda ama tu step naye mdogo mdogo, kwa sababu nilikuwa na film mpaka kukimbia. Una get? So kutoka hiyo nilipata na kuwa kuna jamaa alikuwa hapo, alikuwa Mkisia, alikuwa anauza mboga. Jamaa mwingine alikuwa anauza hapo na wife yake, so hapo ndo tulipatana. So kustroll tufikie pita Kikosia, mi na feel ni kama sasa jamaa amekuwa burden na yeye ameniokolea.
Because uko in a rush, you're in a hurry.
Exactly, because nilija kupiga hesabu 1 week, nimepata 1 week. Alafu kuna zile story kwa naambiwa line utakupata nini. Okay, to cut it short, the guy was Ronald Wanyama ama tunamuita mayor.
Mayor.
So I think you're getting my Psalms 23 venye na show.
Because at first you didn't have money. You didn't have money when you were waking up.
At first, I didn't have I was never invited for a job interview.
Okay.
But nilipigiwa tu simu from the Bruce nikaenda.
This was your first interview?
Yeah. That was my first interview in my life.
Okay.
I didn't have the experience they wanted. I didn't have the education they wanted. You see? But everything in a turn as a page. So I get there, nashika passport, nachukua receipt. So the next stop is my mom's office. Nampata namwambia, Mom, I need to talk to you. So
okay, before you even got to mom's office, now you have the passport. What were you going to? What you have the receipt? Sorry, you had the receipt, right?
I have the receipt.
So I'm interested to know the kind of emotions that you had in between picking the receipt for the passport up to the point where you're going to meet your mom, knowing very well that your mom would be against whatever plans you had in place.
First, I wasn't thinking about my mom stopping me.
Okay.
My thoughts at that moment were, passport naweza toka hata kesho ikiwezekana. That was my all that time. So nikitembea kutoka Nyayo House to Times Tower kumit mother napata na mother ni like, will I beat the 1 week thing?
Yeah.
Ama nitaachwa. So napata na mother namwambia mama, by the way nilipa passport, si inaweza toka na wiki. Then anaulize why, nimwambie ABCD. Now hapo ndo tena stress ya pili ilianzia. You can't do that. I lost money in Kim. Now again I'm losing money in Kenya Polytechnic. So what are you telling me?
And that is not the kind of pressure you needed at that moment.
Exactly. But miracles happened that day.
Yeah.
I never answered any question. Niliona tu ametoa simu akapigia msee Nyayo House. Apparently later nikuja kulearn walisoma naye high school.
Okay. That's interesting.
So after 10 days napigiwa simu niende passport. So 10 days it's not like working days. I'm including the weekends.
Okay. So maybe if you had to remove the weekend 2 days, that is 8 working days.
So yeah. So the day I was supposed to take the passport to Grand Regency is the same day I picked the passport.
The day you're supposed to report to Grand Regency.
Yeah. It's the same day I picked the passport. Yeah. And I went with it instead of the receipt.
Interesting.
Yeah. And that's how my Psalms 23 is. Okay. Apart from that, Psalms 23, so kuna vitu napigange hesabu the way the pages turn themselves.
Yeah.
That's how I sum it up.
So like things opened up because and when you quote Psalms 23, it means that probably you're a very spiritual person and like you're saying things happened for you.
Yeah, for me that's okay. I'm spiritual. Wewe the kind of childhood yenye tulilelewa nayo ni sini wa 7th day.
Yeah.
Every Saturday lazima, like whether you like it or not, lazima unge show up church. Alafu sijui wazazi walikuwa najuaje ufika uende kucheza, of course atakuja kwambia hukuwa
haukwenda church.
Haukwenda church. So at least it's something good we picked from I picked from my parents. That was really something, because it guides me up to now.
Me, the best thing I remember about going to church now growing up was the part ya kupewa sadaka, because hiyo sadaka tungeweka kwa mambo ingine. Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, that's it. And now that's how I got myself in Dubai.
Yes, now you have a passport here, and everything. Now you passed the interview. Have you ever been on a plane before that?
That was the first time. Then Tom come back to Kenya.
Okay.
Then me and Tom same flight back to Dubai through Ethiopia.
Tom was working in Dubai then.
Yeah. Then he comes back to Kenya. Again, we take same flight to Dubai.
So sasa, okay, if you're watching this na hujawahi panda ndege, tafadhali tuinue mkono pamoja. So I'm interested to know. Kuna joke. Yes.
Kuna joke Jipkizi ashaitoanga.
Yeah.
Like amepanda flight for the first time, alafu mtu anamwambia hapa kwa ndege unaweza itisha kila kitu, itisha hata pombe. So hata mimi like akajiuliza, wewe unaitisha pombe na dukabu na Mungu? So hata mimi nilikuwa napanda ndege the first time na watu wanakunywa pombe, najiuliza like amuogopi? Yani tuko dukabu na Mungu anaweza tuchukua anytime yani. So kulikuwa of course kuna hizo reactions. Of course nilikuwa nimeshikilia hiyo kiti hivi.
Yeah. And if you can remember, was it KQ? Was it United Arab Emirates? Was it Etihad?
No, it was Ethiopian Airline.
Ethiopian, yeah. Okay.
4 a.m.
So now you land in Dubai. You land in Dubai.
I land in Dubai, and then the rest is then for Dubai, of course. Because my mom was gonna believe so much in education. Na sikuwa nataka kufail that, then I enrolled myself into classes.
That is impressive.
Yeah, so I really do. Sikutaka and into vain, like hard work, then it just ended too evil. You know, when you grow up, you start thinking like the important things in life.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now you decided to go back to class, and so you were going to class and you were working at the same time.
Yeah. Most of the classes were online, so it wasn't an hassle. So it was easy to operate.
Okay, I'm interested to know that now you've landed in a foreign land. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did you have those, what do they call them? Did you ever fall homesick?
Of course. The first weeks I used to call my mom and tell her I'm coming back. Then she tells me, no, stay one year, then you come back.
What was driving you to say that you want to come back home?
Homesick plus unajua I got into a new environment. Nilitoka Nairobi kama kuna baridi.
Yeah.
The moment you step out of the airport, nilikuwa ndani ya oven. Then of course nikafika au nikapata na watu wengi wa Umo. Unawaambia hivyo na kuambia wewe tu leo utazoea and that was it, nilizoea.
Yeah. And for example, for how long were you away from before you came back home? How long were you away from home?
It was 1 year. Actually, I faked an emergency. I came back.
After how long?
After 1 year. Was it after 10 months?
10 months. That was almost a year. So let's call it maybe after one full year.
After one. Yeah.
You couldn't take it anymore.
I couldn't. You know, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Homesick ilikuwa inanipeleka to a direction that I almost did things that I'll never want to do in life. So it was really bad.
Like homesick is a disease on its own.
It's a disease.
So how did you manage to get over being homesick?
Being around friends. Because tulijipata watu wa Umo tuko wengi in one area, so most of the time nungeshinda nao. So eventually, because nilikuwa nakuja napatao kutusa mpaka nilikuwa nauliza kuna Daddy Raymond Otieno.
Yeah.
Daddy. Una survive aje? Wewe mbona una homesick? Yana shinda tu amenicheka. Utazoea nilikuwa na tunajua kishinda tu na yeye day naona tu yeye ako sawa mazee, maisha yake yanaendelea poa, yani sioni kama ako stressed. You see, mimi zingine najikalisha hapo peke yangu, zingine mpaka nilikuwa naingia mpaka kuachona za kulia.
Okay, it was that serious.
Yeah, and then your time ndo nilikuwa nimeanza kudate, una get. So demu yangu ako home. So, yani unaweza imagine hiyo vitu. Demu yangu ako home, adhangu ako home. So
mama alikuwa yuko Kenya. So it means do you believe in long distance relationships? Sorry to ask that.
Yeah, I do believe.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm one of those people who believe. Look, at the end of the day, it's communication. Yeah.
Okay. I'm so happy to hear that. So Raymond, or rather Daddy, was somebody you were looking up to, as in he was the person you were looking up to, as in alikuwa anakupatia nguvu ya to keep going.
Yeah, alikuwa na full energy, sijui alikuwa anatoa wapi, but he had a full energy. Hiyo time in a struggle to survive. Yeah, alikuwa tu na full energy, like come on bro, unamuuliza buda umisi hata masizi zako ama budako madhako, anacheka like hey dude. Are you really okay? Yeah, mimi niko sawa.
So like how long did it take you now to overcome and now to accept that this is my new environment, this is my new home, I need to get things going?
2 years.
2 good years for you to be able to adapt to that environment.
2 good years, yeah.
It must have taught you a lot of patience and perseverance.
It was that thing. Homesick. If you can't handle it, don't take that step.
If you can't be away from home.
Yeah, because ilikuwa na get point mpaka nilikuwa na come alcoholic, like lazima nikuwe tu maji ndio nikuwe tu sawa, otherwise nikiwa sober tu tena nikuacha kulia. Yeah.
But now looking back, you're glad that you took that step, right?
Yeah. Super proud.
Okay. So now I'd like you to maybe take us through your career. Now you're in Dubai. You've already adapted to the environment. Now you're working. How was it until you found yourself to be a top chef in a 7-star hotel?
Working was like I say, starting point, it's never easy. Because the moment you start, the same day you feel like quitting. Because nimestepping into a professional kitchen.
Yeah.
Kuna vitu zishikanishi, kuna vitu alafu hapa sasa unlike home pale mnapata nyinyi wote ni wa Kenya, you see. So hapo umepatana na all nationalities.
Yeah.
Unatusiwa huku, yani unamekiwa kama like unakuwa unarudishwa back to class 1 maybe. So raw self-esteem yako inashuka.
Lazima ukuwe na tough skin for you to be able to overcome all that.
But the good thing is,
yeah,
the day you feel like quitting, that's the day you are going a step higher.
With every challenge comes an elevation, sort of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So ilikuwa hard, but nilipata Mfilipino fulani alikuwa na nisukuma mbaya, alikuwa ananiambia yeye alifanya nika notice one thing, nika learn one thing in life. Time. Yeah, time is very important, very precious. If you cannot obey time, if you cannot obey your alarm, then maybe there's a job, even a single day.
Not even once.
Working. Tangu naanza kufanya job, nikichelewa job nimefika kama nafaa kuingia 10. Nimeingia 9:50. That's my latest.
That is interesting. I love that. Yeah.
So nikaendelea hivyo, job ikakuwa, nikaanza kutrain, nikaanza kugrow, vitu zikaanza kwenda poa, nikaanza kulearn. So the most important thing ni learn si kupika. Discipline. So nilikuja nikalearn discipline. It's very important ukifanya job ama in your entire life. So nika notice the more you get discipline, the more other job yako inakuwa in place.
The more opportunities open up.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you are disciplined, hautaichelewa job, hautaipia an excuse job. So I think that one thing that really pushed me up. So that guy taught me how to cook. He taught me how to manage time. So he told me, whatever you are doing, always time yourself. Then he gave me an example. Why do athletes have watches in their hand? Wristwatch.
Why do?
Athletes, when there's Olympics, you see everyone doing the watch like this. Why do you think? Then I kept asking myself. So nikakuja nikalearn. Huyu jamaa anajidiscipline with na time, like within 10 minutes I want to be at point A. So if I miss that, kwake hiyo amefail. So it'll keep on. So I started doing the same thing. Yeah. So ikaendelea hivyo, of course. Kuna kuna boys sijui kana watch but kuna jama mnanishepanana, you meet people mimi my greatest motivation ni people regardless of who you are. This guy meets me and tells me, but then you'll be great.
Okay.
Eric Muthe, yeah. Some guy meet through Beshango and through Mosh. Dimore, unamjua?
Yeah. Dimore, the one who was also
yeah.
Okay.
So anaona kitu kwako, anakuambia this good. So those things you pick from someone.
Yeah.
Then ukifika job, no one tells you like, it's not like a class like shika ifanya hivi. No, you learn by watching. You learn the good habits. Yeah. And then you read now. Ukisha learn through watching and observation. Now you read.
Okay.
You read, so, and then everything just started flowing, going smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So that was
that
it.
is interesting.
Yeah, so I nika work, then nika back home again for some time. Your time ya corona.
Yeah.
Then before nianze my writings, you remember?
Yeah, and you were so good at it. I don't know why you stopped.
No, nilikwambia time ndio shida kidogo, but you told me to create time for that, so I will.
Okay.
So I come back home, then I find now nimekuja in a different environment again, where discipline is not discipline is compromised, work ethics are not what you expect, what you have learned. So again, you start running afresh. Then that's where that's the first time nilipata na ile quote watu wanasemanga, if I put it wrong, tell me. Your workplace is
okay. We just put it first because I also don't want to give the wrong
your
quote.
Workplace and your colleagues are not your friends.
Oh yeah. There's a saying that goes like, go to work. Your friends are not your colleagues. Yeah. Go to work, get paid, go home.
Okay. So to me, your workplace is where you spend most of your time.
Okay.
Probably for your lifetime. So you can't just get there, get paid, and go back home. Treat the company as if it's your own. Then you will achieve. But ukienda pale, look, for example, na work in a factory, machines zina break down tu, wewe since umeenda hapo kulipwa, ushughuliki nazo. You don't report, you don't do anything. Eventually, kampuni itafungwa. Yeah. Look, this is what I think people tend to forget.
Yeah.
You working, you earn not for your own, but kuna vitu zimekussurround, family, relatives, friends, wenye watakusaidia in one way or the other, ama watakusaidia one or the other. If Rona angekuwa na hiyo tao hiyo siku, na pale alikuwa ameenda amepiga shughuli akapata hiyo tao, haingekuwa.
He worked for it
somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So workplace ni place tunafaa to have like a special place. That's why you.
Okay. Well. Yeah.
That's where a lot of people benefit from. Not you alone. Okay. Not wewe personally.
When you talk about workplace, you'll find that most of the jobs are 8 to 5. Some are even more than that. So you find that you spend a third of your day in your workplace.
Okay. Yeah.
So basically, that is your life.
That's your life. You don't even spend enough time with your family as you spend enough time at work.
That's true.
So that's a place you should treat really special. So you don't just go there because of money, or you don't go there because of those guys are not your friends.
Okay, I love what you're saying, and I like the kind of attitude that you have, because at some point I think there's a friction with some of the things that I used to believe, because when you go through social media, there are certain quotes that you'll encounter, some that you may agree with, but they could be quotes that will lead you down the road of distraction. For example, they say that CG, don't love your work too much. CG, you can be dead in the morning, you're replaced in the afternoon.
Look.
Yeah.
Let's talk your part here. Death and being replaced. Of course, they will replace you. Yeah. There's no doubt, because the company has to go on, right?
Yeah, we even without you.
Without you, but
yeah,
in case, God forbid, in case of death, the company will come in, right?
Yeah.
Your colleagues, they will come in. Your friends and family, whatever, they'll come in. But after your burial, will they still be there with your family? Sometimes other companies in the poor, they'll absorb maybe your family if your wife wasn't, or your husband wasn't employed. But I'm absorb Apple. But will your friends still stick with you in that time?
No, they probably, most of them, you're done the moment wameweka mchanga mwisho. Some of them are gone.
Let me say this. Okay, you and me have gone the same path. Ukiwa mtoi, you lost your dad. Okay, my mom, I passed 2015. Yeah. The same. By the way, Rona has been a good friend. Tulienda back home by the. Yeah, Rona will come back home. I think alidozia. But after that, kila mtu anaenda, si ndio? So, hii part ya kusema job is better you say, maybe you have a bad boss mwenye anafanya siku yako inakuwa mbaya, ama you hate your job, but don't hate the company.
Give your best to the company.
Give your best to the company. And those are things that always inspire me. Unajipatia the best, then you do good, you get good back. Do bad, you get bad back.
What you give, you get back.
Exactly. Even the Bible says you sow what you planted.
Okay. So love the company like it's your own. It doesn't matter at what capacity you're working for this company.
It doesn't matter.
If you're a watchman, give the best. Yeah.
Nikiwa Kenya, kuna boy alikuwa anafanya alikuwa more of landscaping. Ni boy amezaliwa mtaani, amefanywa ni mtaani. Then it got me asking myself, tungekuwa chalewa kawaida, tungekubali kufanya hii kitu kweli? Then that guy nikaingia kama chef. Every single day alikuwa anaona venye nafanya job. Kuna siku ya corona tunafanya naye job. Last year nilikuwa home, ananitumia amepiga chef uniform. Nilifeel so good.
Amepiga
chef uniform, anaambia na siku hizi mimi napika, and thanks to you. Because we'll take that process. Na mimi niliona ni mtu ako kama amejituma, anaweza fanya kitu kama hiyo. Zenye most of us will say, what will people say? Yeah. So bottom line ni, for me, it's discipline, and you start it, you own it. You own everything. Yeah.
And a lot of, and it's good that you've been able to tell us your story, because a lot of people or we are rather maybe because of the social media era, people want quick success. People don't care about the process.
Okay, let's go back there. Quick success and not trusting the process. Starting as a chef, you will earn peanuts, absolutely nothing. So lazima ukwe, unajua kuna mtu anakuambia nataka kuwa kama wewe, I want to do ABCD, nitakufanya hivi, but at the end of the day lazima ujue kuna starting point ile yenye nafanyanga, you feel like quitting. Are you ready for that? If you are ready for that, then you are good to go, but if you're not, don't just take it. This is not just success doesn't just come quick. It takes 2-3 years, 4-5.
And sometimes even longer than that.
And if you come in terms of you're going to make money, then that's a wrong concept. First, come.
I don't. Yes.
Get the knowledge, get the skills, and
money will come looking for you.
Knowledge and skills, they'll be your passport
to anywhere you want.
Every opportunity kuna kuja na gonga zinafunguka tu, because you have the skill, you have the knowledge.
But for you to be, yes,
then money itakuja tu, so utakwenda call for shots. This is what I want.
Wewe ndio utakuwa unasema bei yako.
Yeah, but from the beginning ndio utakuwa unasema bei yao.
I love that, because what you're saying is okay. If I've gotten you correctly, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, like for you to achieve success, for you to get somewhere, there will be seasons of pain, seasons of tears, seasons of crying. That's
yeah. For success, lazima you go through those phases, unless wewe umezaliwa kwa Ruto, hands up, wako uta go through that. But for some of us, kama sisi wenye to grow Eastlands, tukijua like Oshi, you know, sometimes I try to think venye madhangu angeza to raise with extended family, with whatever she used to earn, na jaribu compare and whatever I'm earning now, sai kama angekuwa na whatever I'm earning now, maybe tungekuwa tunaitwa dynasty, some of us, but najishindwa angemanage aje. But look, hiyo process, I think it was so important for us to learn. You learn in both phases, without and with.
With or without. So Roger, I'm checking my time. And we are almost 3 minutes past time. So maybe we'll just extend it for another 7 minutes, and I'll get to ask you maybe some few questions.
Okay. Yes? Before you go to the questions, let me give you just a shout out to yourself as well. I know there are people who want to give a shout out to them since you umefungua this channel.
Okay.
You are one of the people nilikuwa na kuna 2 occasions to share encounter me na wewe. Ukani no 3 actually. They're more than that. 1, kupika. Ile kupika na mikebe ili tupatia ground.
You can't be serious.
For real.
Okay, yeah.
Nisha ndika story venye nisha ndika story venye jai post, but I post one day. Aya. 2 ilikuwa of course in terms of education wise, I think after around period sijui kwa hiyo I can't remember kama kuna msengine alipatanga a minor something like that, but ulipatanga nikakuuliza madhaka alisikiaje venye umepata a minor? Kaniambia mazee madha alisikia poa. So nilikuwa nataka correlate kama ni mimi nipata a minor madhangu wange react aje.
Yeah.
So that was na kufuatilia hiyo conversation na wewe for a long time. Ukinisho nikikwambia nimepatiwa homework kutoka shule maresti, ukanipatia jina za vitu siko najua hizo enzi. Yeah. So big
I love to admit I don't have memories of some of those things.
See where it was in impact, the Windows was in impact, so that's why niko nazo.
Oh. I get it.
Effect will call me.
Yes. I know you're one person who's very strict on time, so I also want us to be strict on time here.
Okay.
And I'd want us maybe to finish at around after 1 hour 12 minutes, because we'll have extended by only 12 minutes. So now, what is your message? What is your message, or rather, why did you accept our invitation to this particular interview?
Number one, there are those messages in I get my phone sometimes, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram. People asking me, how did you do this? How did you become this? I want to do, and again, plus there are people who comment on my photos when I post something about food. They have those nice comments.
Yeah.
So I feel they always push me. So I thought when you asked me to do this, it's good also they feel where those photos come from. They don't just happen. It comes with the discipline, job wise, plus kuwa na ambition, kuwa na the passion of doing something. But then nishaendanga job, mdosi wangu akasema God sent. You know, that's not an easy word.
Go on.
Yeah, so those kinds. So kama yeye, I'm sure probably ana watch na aliambia ata watch by the way. Aliambia ata watch. So vitu kama hizo mtu kwa ana feel like nilikuwa na impact kwake, na alikuwa ni entrepreneur, ni mtu ana own couple of restaurants, kukuambia you are God sent, kumaanisha he felt my energy there.
That you are a blessing. You were a blessing.
Yeah,
to that,
exactly.
To him, to the institution.
Exactly. Hata there's a guy who posted there. Kuna chale alikuja tukapatana tukaanza kupata job, like every single day is on me, like nifanyaje, like si lazima tu nini, like in terms of how do I manage this. Yeah.
Okay.
So and I felt like people should get the message as well.
And okay, even as we wind up, because I know eventually that this video will be watched by millions of people, generations to come. What would you tell that kid who's maybe in the remotest parts of Kenya, who's facing these challenges, and they want to get to those heights? They want to be good, not only maybe in shape, maybe one wants to be a footballer, but there are those challenges that you've talked, that maybe your parents are not for you doing this particular, going into this career, the kind of challenges that you faced. What would be your message to a kid growing up who's looking up to you? Yeah.
When opportunity comes, knock that door.
Yeah.
Don't limit yourself. Even if you have zero, knock that door. That may
even if you have zero qualifications.
And just knock that door. Because let me tell you, I'm sorry to say this. Kenya sasa tumefika pale you see education as let me use the word useless. But before you call it useless, make sure you have the knowledge.
Make sure you go to school for you to now be able to be in a position to call education useless.
Exactly. Make sure you go to school to be able to call it useless. Then you ask God to give you knowledge, so that when opportunities come, you knock the door, push them in, knock the. Never usiai choka kunok mlango. Na usiai feel what will people say. Yeah. Kuna kitu nilisoma sometime
Roche
back.
Mokaya. Yes.
Before kuna kitu nilisoma mzungu alituma mtu yake interview, akaambia mimi ni janitor, akaambia shine those toilets bila kumind atasikia nini, sio? Mwafrika akaambiwa hiyo ni job gani ndakufanya bro, utakuwa unaisugua but hapo utapata your next door, your next limit. Yeah.
That your current situation is not your final destination.
Exactly. Me, I believe that. And I believe in Psalms 23. Your page, yani ni page tu unangoja next page turn. Kesho kiamka ni page nyingine.
And just because you're going through maybe some challenges right now, some dark period, does not mean that this is now the final.
Yeah, exactly. That's not the final. Your final, that's your final. But before that, no.
Until
we
then,
still have potential. Until then, we still have potential. Yeah.
It doesn't matter how old you are.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter where you come from.
Like I say, you own it. Either your parents have money or not, you own it. Yeah.
Okay. And even as we end up, Roche Mokaya, I want to thank you so much for taking your time to join us in this live interview. And in fact, I also want you to know that you're a history maker, because now you're the first person we've interviewed, because we'll be doing this live broadcast, or rather live interviews. We have so many that are lined up, but you just made history as our first interviewee. I don't know that there's such an English word. as the first interviewee, I think I'll Google it out. But we are humbled. We are so happy that you honored our request to join us. And going forward, we wish you all the best. And the sky is the limit. Not that the sky is the limit. The sky is the lower limit.
Exactly.
Yeah. And the biggest room in life. Yes.
The moment utafika kwa sky, discover there's another one more step. Yeah.
Kuna another sky.
Kuna another sky. That's what I believe.
It reminds me of one of my favorite quotes that goes like, the top of one mountain is the bottom of the next mountain. Keep climbing.
Exactly.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rogers. It was a pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much.
And we are wishing you the best going forward. The biggest room in life is room for improvement. So we pray for you that you keep on shining, you keep on representing Zone 1, you keep on representing Umoja 2, you keep on representing Eastlands, you keep on representing Kenya, you keep on representing Africa. Remember that you are our brand ambassador huko Dubai, United Arab Emirates. So keep giving your best. Keep showing them what Kenyans are made of. We are super proud of you, my brother.
Thank you, bro.
So tukimalizia, I'm saying a deck tattoo, and then you know the protocol. Right?
Yeah.
So kamakawa kamadawa, that was a live interview na Kwame Roche Mokaya. So it happened, we've made history. Na tunafungia hapo, so make sure that you go to our YouTube channel, you subscribe, and hata hapa you leave comments, you leave reactions. So kamakawa kamadawa, this is Owiso TV, a deck tattoo.
Gin Marach.
Ndio hivyo sasa. Thank you so much Doja. We
Sawa.
appreciate you. Yeah.